In this video, we are going to be showing you how to install a wireless Apple Carplay as well as wireless Android Auto unit into pretty much any car. This car here happens to be our cameraman. He's currently holding the camera, so say hello in the comments.
Hey, I'm back.
And the unit today is actually sent to us by a company called ATOTO, and we'll leave a link to it in the description as well as a pinned comment. And if you're interested in it, take a look at it, as they have a unit for pretty much any car. If you have a car that does not support OEM Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, this video is for you. So we hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. But my name is Ethan, and welcome to Car Creations.
Alright, so when I first bought this car, it came with a factory Alpine infotainment system, and the Bluetooth worked for about a week after I purchased it, and then it died, and it's driving me crazy. So we got this new infotainment system, a couple of pistols to help you out on your journey, and the actual screen itself, which is very similar to the one I already have on there, but it's going to have Apple CarPlay and it's going to be a whole lot faster.
So this kit has a full 7-inch display, 1080 by 600 pixels, and it looks really good, as we'll show you in the video. This head unit actually comes with wireless Android Auto as well as wireless Apple CarPlay, and if you want it, it also has mirror link, so you can actually just display your screen and show YouTube if you want. It obviously comes with the functionality to be able to connect to your radio, so you can get radio, as well as the ability to have the backup camera. And finally, it has a amp built in, so if you already have a subwoofer in the back of your car like this guy has, it will work with that. And lastly, it can charge your phone as well as having data transfer all at the same time. All right, without any further ado, let's get this unit installed.
I really don't want my vehicle to blow up, so before we touch anything electrical, we're going to disconnect the battery.
Explain to people what you're installing it in, eh?
It's my 2009 Golf GTI. It's got the 2-liter turbo TSI engine. So far, it's been pretty good to me. Throwing a couple engine codes. Ethan and I threw another one last night, but we'll get it fixed. We'll get it going.
Why did you get this instead of a Mini? Just remind us here. Not to put you on a spot or anything. He doesn't have an answer.
Yeah,
I
don't. Thankfully, I got a good deal on this one, and
there you go.
Brought her home.
Powering this video is Diet. We can't show that bit because they don't sponsor us. Diet. All right. So first things first, we have our trim tools, and what we're going to do is pop up this vent here, and then we will slowly work down this so we can get this screen out. Very carefully going from the side. There you go. And there are these little clips attached to it, so make sure that you save any if they fall. We'll keep those nice and contained in our cup holder. Okay, the next thing is we have to pop this top piece out. Now, if you have any other Volkswagen car, it would be very similar. If you don't have a Volkswagen car, check online to see any videos of how to get to this, because once you get to the screen, this will be the same process, but in this car, it's gonna be a little bit different. And so I'm just lifting with one hand and then popping this with my other hand. Probably don't even need to bring this any higher, really. Now that we have access to these Torx screws right here, unscrew those and continue on. We got a Torx 20. We're just gonna put that in here. Guess right first try. It is pretty cold out here, so I may look clumsy, but we are in Canada after all, okay? So don't judge us too hard. All right, so now we have these two screws out here. We can just lift this forwards very carefully. Be very gentle, you don't want to break any plastic. Break out the screwdriver again, and we're just gonna hit this one here, here, and here. So we got all the screws undone, so now we can just pull this straight out, just like that. Very careful, because there's lots of wires attached behind it. And then I'm going to go back there, and I'm just going to unplug some things. Now this is an aftermarket unit, so if you were doing it to an OEM car, or one with an OEM unit, it's going to be a little different than this, obviously. We don't want the car looking like this when we're done with it, because look at how nasty that looks. Antenna. There. We are going to keep this piece around it. That's what's going to hold our new unit. So we're just going to undo these screws here, and it's going to come right off. All this is in there just for the sake of having an Alpine unit. This nastiness with the tape and the... Never do that. Never ever. Now we need to put the new one in there. We did a bunch of wiring. We'll try to show you what we did. First of all, we get our quad lock right here. Number 1, top left corner right here. Rear right speaker and positive. Just gonna connect this one, and then right beside it, that is going to be for the rear right speaker and negative. Solder them together with these cool little connectors I have here. All we do is add some heat to it, put them on, and we're set. So I'll just show you with these two, and then you should be able to continue with the rest of them yourself. Show the wire, this one, show the wire. Instead of using black tape, we're just gonna use these heat shrink, push it past the light, and then it has a little piece inside that will melt down when we put the heat onto it. So I'll show you that now. And then what you do, you just pull this down, and then you just heat wrap this, heat shrink this, and that is how you're supposed to do a connection. All right, something that we failed to point out is that right on these, if you get the exact part we got, actually says what it is. So this is a right front negative, and this is right front positive, and so you just match that up with these, which this one is right front negative, is right front positive. So we just match those up with what we have here, and you're golden. So first of all, we need to connect all the ground cables up. This is gonna be coming out of the car, okay? And so this black is the ground. Actually connects to the Germans use brown as ground, so it connects to the German brown in there. Then we'll connect it to this one here, the ground from the head unit, and then for red from the head unit, and then the red that we connected right here to the 12 volt. And that was actually in the old system, but if you were doing it, you'd have to go run a wire to the 12 volt, plug it to the back of it, and run it up. And so yeah, let's do that first. And we actually have these really cool connectors which you can connect up to 4 wires in all at once and splice them together. Ooh, it's cold! And this is gonna push them all down together. Constant battery power, perfect, right here. So we'll need to pair these two together, and then we will also need to pair power antenna right here together as well. So the blue power antenna, if you look here, comes in the top right here. So you should just be able to connect these together and you're good. But in here, if you look at the top, there's no port in there. And then we have this thing here that looks like it's being pulled out, which is very dumb.
Is that why I had no radio?
So that's probably why Mark didn't have a radio, because of that. So what we're gonna do is actually just connect on his car. We're gonna connect the power antenna to this blue cable that we see coming out of here. We'll get those soldered together, and then we should be able to start putting the radio on. Before we start routing everything in here, we're just gonna route the microwave through. We're just gonna put the microphone through. Woo! What a lot of cable length. So there was an old one here, wrap it around, and then we pull it back through. Ta-da! Look at that!
Hey, that was impressive, I ain't gonna lie.
Stick it.
You better center that perfectly or my OCD will be after you for your whole life.
That's beautiful. Right there. 12 volt battery, constant. Alrighty. What we're gonna do is take this trim off the old head unit and we're gonna be putting it on the new head unit. I don't know if you can feel the wind, but the wind is howling away.
I don't know if you can feel the wind. Taking the 4 Phillips screws off of this casing here, and we're popping this whole bad boy off.
All right, let's go put it on the car. Oh, we put it in upside down.
that was soft.
So we're actually just gonna connect the USB to the one that was here before, because it's already going through. And we're gonna reach over, I'm gonna connect the mic to where it says mic on here. This is the FN radio antenna, goes right there. And then we're just gonna reach in here. We're gonna plug this into the quad lock, push in, and then it locks into place. And if you're ever having issues with anything, that's probably where you're gonna look at first. All right, so we're just gonna kind of have this loosely where this is all supposed to go into the head unit right here. And then last thing is this Wi-Fi cable right here. How you do wireless Apple CarPlay. Now, we're not gonna leave it like this. This looks absolutely nasty. But we basically just set this up like this on purpose. Plug in the battery, and then we'll turn on the car.
Oh, turn on. Oh.
What do you think, Mark?
I'm so pumped. This makes me want to go on a road trip, you know?
Obviously, we need some fine tuning, but it's getting way too dark, so we're gonna pick this up tomorrow. In the package, we have these metal pieces right here, and what they do is they go on right here. We thought that maybe we should just do it properly and take it off and put these on. So this comes down.
Following a shadow down to the graveyard, gonna say a prayer, gonna pay my dues. I've been running wild ever since I left Virginia, trying to find a face that might remind me. I can see the sunlight rising in the mountains, orange and red in the morning sky. I know that the world is every step.
Ethan said, hey, want to go for dinner? Would you like to reply?
Yes.
What do you want to say to Ethan?
Absolutely. Let's hit up Asian Avenue.
Okay, so this system is pretty cool. You're able to have Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto. You can sync your music to it, and you have access to radio. We have Bluetooth audio. You can connect a USB in there. You can take phone calls. You can put anything, set anything up on here. It's lots of functionality. Right now we have Apple Carplay, and it will automatically open up to Apple Carplay when you sign in. He's a big Oilers fan, so you can get in here and see if there's any games going on right now. Apple Carplay runs smoothly. One of the things I love is that you can actually put a little SD card in there with tons of space, and you don't have a big USB stick sticking out of it, and it's super responsive, and it works really well, and I love it. I think Mark loves it too. Alright, so that's been our video. We hope you enjoyed, and if you like this product or just want Apple CarPlay in your car, check out ATOTO and their products in the links below, as well as our pinned comment. If you have any questions, we'd love to answer them in the comments below, so leave them there. But most of all, we hope you all have an amazing rest of your day.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching Car Creations. It's been one heck of a video from all we did, you know. What did we do? The CarPlay thing. Didn't hook up the reverse camera, but you know, there's always other days. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like if you liked it. And that's it from me, Ethan Jones, owner of this YouTube channel. Here's a sneak peek for what we have coming in the next one. So you'll want to stick around for that. Alright, peace out.